that post worked perfect. And just like that. Okay, Jacob and I are back out here at this HD6. If you haven't seen the video, go to Hamiltonville Farm. Hank and I do a video of us trying to start it. This video is out after that, so it's already on. We're doing this video after that one, so you can go see the process and all the trouble we had of trying to get this thing started. But Jacob and I are out here today, and we're going to try to get this started and move so we can load it. We don't have but just maybe, I forgot how many days is left, but we got some fuel. Hank put about, easier to get on the other side. Yeah. Hank put about 3 gallons of fuel in it out of his can, and I got about 3 gallons, so we just getting enough that we'll know if we get it running and get it moving, we can definitely won't run out of fuel trying to get up the hill. But as we said earlier, when Jacob and I was out here before, it's been sitting here at least 25 years. The man did come start it at one time during that time. Don't know how many years that has been. But this, if it moves, this will actually be the first time it's moved in 25 years or more. It does have a hose that's blown on it. I bought some hydraulic oil. We're gonna pour some in it and see if we can find that hose and get it changed, and see if we can just limp it out of here and get it on a truck, get a truck to come get it and get it moved off the property, and then fiddle with it as we go, where we ain't in a rush about doing things. But this winch right here is just a huge winch. I don't even know, I wonder if that, nah, that don't, yeah. That does move. I wonder you have to pull that to put it in neutral. Surely not. Well, you might have to. But it's hydraulic. I'm thinking these are the levers right here as we went over before. But the good thing is, like I said, there's a hydraulic reservoir. We'll put some in it, and the man told me the hose was blue. Of course, there's, right there, a difficult one to get to. But if we have to, I do have a buddy that's got a, I've seen him mock hauling, that's got that telehandler. If we have to, he'll bring it on the low bore, and we'll get it on the low bore and get it out of here. But hopefully we can drive it on there. All right, while you got the funnel there, we'll just go get that bucket of oil out of the truck and put it where your left hand is over there. See that reservoir there? Right there to where it'll go. Right in front of you now. Yep, nope. Come back to your left some. See the cap? Yep, that's where the hydraulic oil will go. Well, that might not be it. Might be on your right hand. What does your right hand look like?
There's nothing over here that looks like.
Okay, we're gonna have to. We'll have to. Look at that. I guess you have to take that off. You have to take get the 1/2-inch drive socket, the bigger. I get it, but that's probably where it goes, and I guess that's the breather. Did it look like that would come?
Filter.
Yeah, the breather filter. Yeah, that's where it breathes out. Well, that's the first time that's been off probably ever.
I wasn't saying it for that.
Oh, you talking about today, this morning?
Yeah.
All right, see, we'll have to find that extension. Oh, look at that. It was already loose.
I've never seen a gas cap look like that.
Well, that's it. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get the hydraulic oil out.
pretty empty.
I think so. Let's get the hydraulic oil out and put some in it. Try to start it up, find the leak, have to go get a hose and see if we can get it going. All right, Jacob, let's see if you see any oil coming out down there around your feet.
No, sir.
All right. You know, as far as I know, all it does is operate this up and down and the winch. That'd be enough to find the leak. Oh yeah, right on the money. All right, well, let's get the batteries over here now. Let me look at the battery cables where they actually go. This would be the ground, because we just hook them up out there like we had them before. I'm gonna check this oil again to make sure everything was just like it was. And it is. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I tell you what, this shade felt good when it was warm weather.
They ain't need on a toboggan.
You ain't kidding.
Or a hoodie. He got it right out of there. Jacob's got it right out of there.
Yeah.
Jacob, I saw you toting the battery.
He toted one of them. You missed the other one. I toted. I couldn't let him have all the fun. All right, batteries are hooked up. Y'all seen how we did this before. I did take a knife this time. That my uncle gave me had a little old file on it, and I filed real good right there. So hopefully I got a good ground. I only had a lot of comments about maybe carrying a cordless grinder, which was a good idea so you can get a good ground. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna see if it'll start up, and we're gonna start looking for a leak. You know that right here is on and off. This is the throttle, and let's see if it's arcs. My gosh. Let's see what happens now. No problem. I didn't know that an oil bath breather would affect ether going in. You may have to push the button while I spray the ether in the hole here. Oh. Jeez. Give it some throttle. Woo, that was cold. All right. All right. Woo, my hands just froze. Jacob. Woo. Do the throttle right there.
This?
No, that's the throttle right there. Yeah. That should be. We didn't have it throttled up enough. I hit the starter and see. Pull it back now. Try it.
All the way, or?
Pull it back that now. Try that right there. Might not need it.
It's the oil filter. It's the oil filter.
Okay, well that's better than a hose. They are froze. My hands are, my tips of my fingers are froze because I was having a, what I did, I took this plug out of that and was trying to put my finger there so, and it was chilly. But how about that? If y'all watch Hank's video, y'all seen us go through the hard part of it. Harder than this, but we finally figured it out, how to do it. Let's see, we're probably gonna have to have that screwdriver, and we're probably gonna have to have the hammer and gonna have to drive it in there and turn it. I don't have an oil filter wrench. We don't have to tighten it up by hand, but all right, if you can find the hole with the end of the screwdriver. Kind of just, then take your hammer and just drive right in there.
Didn't need a hammer.
Huh? Well, you're gonna have to try to drive that screwdriver all the way down. There you go. Come on,
More?
just, yeah. Okay, now just take that and pull towards you, come towards you, and
So push down.
yeah. Come on, it's gonna tear it. It's moving. I thought I saw it move, but Mike can put your foot on it if you need to. Hopefully it's ain't a, boy, that knob right there was in the way. I thought something was on the camera. Use your screwdriver if you can, because that's going. Let's go get the other screwdriver, the bigger one that sometimes we short out the starter with. Boy, that filter is rotten, isn't it? All right, it's your turn. Well, I didn't quite turn it enough. Now I did. Okay. I also believe we got a number. Okay, there we go. Well, he wrote all that on, oh, PH8A. PH8A. I hope that's all it was, but you can tell it's a lot of condensation had built up in it. All right. This right here fits a Ford engines, I think in the 70s. How many filters you know that you could just go to your local parts house and get a Motorcraft filter? Hopefully that's the same. They crossed it out. The proof's about to be in the pudding. I thought I got two of them. One of them might have fell out. But it was $14. I believe I did. Yes, sir. Looks the same.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use any of that.
It'd be all right. I was filming the air breather. Sorry about that. Just as tight as you can get it with your hands will be good. All right, see if it'll start without spraying ether in it. Hopefully it's building. That's good right there. All right.
I get this blade to pick up.
temperature is still working. I'm looking at it. And it's almost like it's crossed up in here. Well, I'm not doing something right, I'm sure. That just don't feel right at all. Not at all. Well, I just don't know. I'm gonna have to get online and figure that out. This does not feel right at all. It's almost like, cause this is a part he broke that he kept, right there, you just tell it just fell. This is a part that he kept when he was trying to get the yellow jackets off of him. And that just does not feel right. It's almost, this middle shaft down here is not turning. And I know that's got to turn to drive the gearbox on the back. That's where it drives from. So we're not getting something there. Just don't know everything. We're just gonna have to read up on it and then hopefully, but we got to get it moved. Moving now. All right, we got to do some changing. Man, that post worked perfect. Guys, this man has worked this thing before. Just have to read, adjust as you go when you're working these up like this. They're just working well. I never thought it would. That winch is pretty strong. He's got all of it by itself there. There comes Hank a little bit to help him. He got it single now. He's singled up where you can just pull it straight to him. There comes Hank. .650J ain't really wanting to take the fuel like it should, give him a little bit of trouble, but there we go. Just like that. All right. By golly. That was awesome. Don't get behind him and hey. You ain't tearing up no lights. Goodness. All right. I think that piece is wrong. Y'all got to move. Pull it off. Trusting the chain. There it comes. He got it. He knows what he's doing.
Like, put it in there, man.
15,000, they say on the, is what the book says.
When you crank it up, the clutch and all working. It's just
Yeah, you could tell it almost choked the engine down. And plus, I didn't really know anything about it, but I was gonna just play with it a little bit, and then if whatever you could have it whatever you wanted to do with it. I was just gonna see if I could get it to move.
I think I got some burn oil. Put on that track.
We're just gonna soak these down. With this PB blaster. Let it work its magic on this stuff, these tracks. And hopefully we get this thing freed up. I got it at my uncle's. He was hunting a power unit for a sawmill. And this thing run pretty good. And I said, well, I just want to see if I can get it to move. And if it don't move, then, you know, we'll have something you can hook up for run your sawmill with. He said, well, bring it on. We'll do something. He don't mind junk. He'll store it with the best of us. So that's what we're going to try to do. Jacob and I are going to come back out here in a few weeks, few days. We're going to try to keep it sprayed. He said he would try to keep it sprayed too. And put some oil on it. He said he knew a man that could help him, tell him what he needs to do. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And this side over here, we're going to add a little bit of Marvel Mist Oil to them. Let me change hands. I can film better left-handed than I can pour. We're going to see what this stuff will do. Work its magic. I'm thinking right there behind that is where it needs to be going. Hopefully it'll work its way through where it needs to be. So anyway, never done this before. Don't know if I'm hitting it in the right spots, but I believe it leaks down there. Maybe get on those and free it up some. Give it a good soaking. Hopefully it'll go to moving. PB blaster on one side, Marvel Mist Oil on the other. Which is going to work? Okay, I got the side of the rail sprayed. Good. Got the top where it can get on the top best as can. So I think just keep spraying it and hopefully we can get it loosened up where the at least roll freewheel, and then we can just go from there. But like I said, we're going to try to get it to move. Then we'll decide what we're going to do with it. I'm pretty sure that the track is still froze up. My uncle he's been under the weather, so he hadn't had time to come out here and pour some burnt oil on it. But I sprayed it, as you remember seeing, and I'm sure it's still. And we're pretty sure that's why it won't move. When we loaded it, I don't know if it shows it on the video or not, but it looked like this track right here moved just a little bit. And it may have just it's got a tad of play in it. That side's not bad as the other side, but I did pour Marvel Mist Oil down this side. Other side I PB blasted. But I'm going to show you what the plans are with the Dozer. He's got him a little sawmill over here I had never even seen, but he told me he needed a power unit. And this one wouldn't, but Dozer wouldn't, but just 10 miles from him at that move. Got him some poplar there. He's gonna saw up. But his power unit went down. Let's go see what he's got. I guess he used that to move his logs around. Well, here's another. Speaking of Allis-Chalmers, look here. He sat here and spun it down so it wouldn't roll. Here's got the PTO shaft coming out of there. Don't know how he had it hooked up here. There's a saw. Maybe right there. Maybe it come
Underneath it?
maybe it did. And this turned the belt. Well, let's see. Let's see, Jacob. Yeah, that powered the mill. Not sure he went under it, but that's the only way I can figure out. He put the logs in, right? Okay, we can walk to the other side. I guess we started on the wrong side of the sawmill. But you couldn't work the green chain right there because of the... I don't know how you would work getting the lumber off of it without straddling the drive shaft. Right, here's the live, this is the live deck. This is where we would put his logs. There's his carriage right there. As you people know that knows about the sawmill, these are the dogs that he holds it down with. And he slides it back and forth to get the size lumber that he wanted. And I call that the green chain. I don't know what you call it. That's where your lumber goes, either goes to chips or put it over there in a stack somewhere. But this is what the plans are with that Dozer, is to use that as a power unit. And that right there is going to be like the clutch. You pull it back down here and it may lock or something. But I told him when we started the project, I'd like to film it. So if we get that to work, we're going to carry y'all along with us. Corley Manufacturing Company in Chattanooga, Tennessee is whose carriage this is. Pretty interesting. Okay, here's the little old winch to probably set the... I'm not a sawmill man, but it's pretty nice rig. There's the pulley system that pulled the carriage back and forth. I wonder if that's what did that. I wonder if when he pushed that, that's what made the carriage travel. He engaged the carriage. We go, you know, back and forth. There's some of the lumber that he has cut here. There's a covert there. Now we used to use these as covert when we was in the woods. We'd find a hollow tree. Of course, that ain't hollow all the way, but you find them old hollow oak trees and put them in there for a crossing, and they'd get wet and they'd be there a long time. But I guess that's, I don't know what else to show, but this Allis-Chalmers hopefully is going to take the place of that Allis-Chalmers. And I don't know how much power comes off of that PTO shaft off of that tractor about turning that saw. I know that saw turns off momentum rather than just power. I'm thinking once it gets going, you got that little belt there and it turns a bigger belt and it turns a smaller pulley and it just really gets it whipping in there. But I'll show you what we're up against here. Well, we're gonna do this a little bit different. Jacob, I think where it's froze up, these pins go through here, and it allows that thing to give. But if you hit,
Is there any movement?
no. I mean, it should just flop.
Oh, yeah.
If you took this track off, it would set down just like that. Where it wouldn't fold together. But we think it's a PTO that will come off this that runs this winch, and just he don't feel like fooling with it now. He knows it's going to need to pour some oil on it. Maybe can loosen that some, take some of the grease out of it, loosen up the track some, keep some oil over it. That's probably kind of where you do that at. That's probably where you take
Where you release it?
yeah, where you pump them and then you release it, like on that case that it took us so long to figure out. Yeah, and that's hopefully what the plan is. I think the engine will have plenty of power to pull that sawmill if we can get the speed of the power takeoff of the shaft coming out the back. See, that's real stiff there. You feel the difference, don't you?
Yeah, it's even
Froze there.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Some of you guys that's had these tracks, Mr. Jeff Powell told us you can throw them away. He fools with dozers. Son, all we need to do is just move it from there to there. If this works, that's all we need to do. And I have no idea. I'm just assuming that's probably, if it's 3 gears in it, maybe it won't turn fast enough. Might have to take this off and get maybe if that don't spin fast enough, we can find a transfer case to kind of hook up back here and make this all work. But that's what the plans is with this HD6. Thank y'all for watching, and remember, don't be wily.